Hello guys, and before the video starts, I just want to remind you about the giveaway that I'm doing right now for Resident Evil or 2 or Kingdom Hearts 3. Just check the link here over there and you can see more about what's going on, okay? Thanks. Hello everybody and welcome to the main channel. My name is Kuro and today I have another review for you. This will be a review for Onimusha Warlords. Now this is not the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 rather, but the one that came out for the Switch, the PS4 and the PC today. That will be January 15, 2018. And this game came out at a price of $19.99. So let's see how it went. Let's go ahead and start with the story. So overall, the story, I think it's a pretty good story, though it's a little bit short, so just keep that in mind as you're playing through it. You can easily play this game in about, let's say 4 hours, 5 hours. I think the least I've seen it will be about 3 hours. So, you know, anything between 3 to 5 hours, depending on your playing speed and whether you want to get all the items and everything. I will say that this game does have a lot of replay value, as you can play it many different times. And there is a kind of like a tower aspect to it where you can go to hell and kind of just fight demons in hell. So yeah, so about the story, takes in ancient times in Japan, historical times, where you have a samurai named Samanosuke. He serves a specific family, and basically things go wrong and demons start invading this family. The princess gets kidnapped. Now it's his job to kind of find the princess and find out what's going on here. So the story is actually really interesting and really good. It's nice seeing historical names like the different samurai that they mentioned through the story, but especially Nobunaga, which is kind of like a big time name of samurai. So if you are a history geek, you kind of know the name and everything. So it's nice to hear that kind of stuff there. I like the way the story progresses, even though it's a little bit fast and everything, but it's nice to kind of just go around and kind of like discover what's going on there, you know, with the different demons, and just kind of just know what's happening and everything. It's like a mystery slash horror, so it's pretty interesting. I'll say that for sure. So yeah, let's now talk about the gameplay, because I feel like that's the main thing here. So as far as the gameplay, I'll say that this is a hack and slash game. Now one thing that I will say for sure is this has a stationary camera. So this is made by Capcom, and this was made in an era where the Resident Evil games were fairly popular. So I'll say they are made with the same engine and the same kind of stuff there. So they have stationary cameras. They don't move around, so at times you have the issue where you're fighting a specific demon and the camera will kind of go against your favor just because of where you're located and everything. So just keep that in mind here. You can't move around or anything like that. You can move your character and the camera kind of will shift completely to a different angle depending on where you're located and everything, but at times it goes against you a little bit. But sometimes I also actually I like that as well, because it adds for an aspect, and I feel like it makes the game flow a little bit I like how it looks. But then again, I like games like Resident Evil 1 and 2 where that's a thing that happens all the time. The camera is completely stationary, doesn't move or anything like that. So but I like that myself. So one of the things that I like about these games as well, which is very reminiscent of Resident Evil games, is the puzzle aspects. This game has a ton of puzzles, a lot of things that you can unlock through reading different books, which add to the lore a lot as well as maybe looking at some of the different stuff where you can get additional weapons or maybe keys that you need to find, puzzles that you need to solve and everything. And all this stuff is really cool. I really like that stuff there, because this game was intended kind of like a Resident Evil set in historical Japan, and that's exactly what it is. That's exactly how I'll put it there. And if you like Resident Evil games and you never had a chance to play this one, I'll say this is a cool one for you to play. I definitely encourage anybody to play this game, because I like the gameplay there. Now, like I said, it does have the issues with the camera, which doesn't shift or anything like that, so just keep that in mind as well. The combat is fairly simple. You have just a button for the slash, and then a stronger button for the slash, and then your magic attack of the swords. So there's nothing, like super special or anything there. You have a dodge button, and then your movement, obviously. There's no parry, but you can block the attack. So that's about it. You don't have a lot of the different combinations. This is nothing hard like the Souls games or anything like that, but I feel that it's fairly okay. You get combos here and there, but it's nothing amazing or anything like that. So now let's talk about the performance in the game, because I feel like that's the most important thing here, being that this game is sort of something in between a port and a remaster. So why do I think that? So this game, it's kind of something in between a remastered, because they do polish a lot of the scenes, especially the cutscenes are really well polished, and you can see how well looked they make. But overall, the game looks a lot cleaner. It looks a lot cleaner than the original game, and I replayed the PlayStation 2 game just kind of to compare and contrast them. I don't have a capture thing for the PlayStation 2, so unfortunately I don't have footage for that, but you can see the Switch footage here, and it looks very clean for a PlayStation 2 Xbox game, kind of moved into the new games and everything. I feel like they did a pretty good job cleaning up the different frames here, and they overall look really good. But this is not a remake. They didn't change anything in the game. Everything is fairly stationary there, and I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I do want to point that out, because Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 1 had that treatment where they completely remade everything, especially Resident Evil 1. When you compare it to the original Resident Evil 1, they completely shifted a lot of the stuff. It was a completely graphical change and everything, and Resident Evil 2 is now getting a full remake where everything going on. So it's a little bit disappointing to see this game don't get the treatment. It's okay, but I just wanted to point that out. This is just a remaster, so it looks better than the original one, but it's still the exact original one. I will say it's almost more of a port, but with cleaner parts and everything, because some ports look the same. Some ports, like the PlayStation 1 ports from the PlayStation 1 for the PlayStation 3, which are exactly the same, just kind of fixed up a little bit. That's exactly what they did here. But yeah, overall I think that it was a good remaster, but just keep that in mind that it's exactly the same. They didn't add anything to it or anything like that, so just keep that there. And as far as the music and everything, I feel like it's pretty good. The voice acting, it's okay. This is the cheesy 1990s voice acting, so just keep that in mind as you're playing through the game, because it's gonna be cheesy at times, but it's part of the charm of the 90s games, I think. And yeah, so as far as the fun aspect, I mentioned this earlier, this is a fairly short game here. I think you'll be getting roughly about 4 hours. I think I beat this game in about 4 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. And that is because I spent a lot of time in Hell. So Hell is a mode where you can go down and fight different demons, so you can get additional loot for different stuff. Whether it's additional arrows or more healing items, or things like that. If you want to get more extra items, you can always go down in Hell and kind of grind and everything. So that's a really fun thing to do. I actually enjoyed that a lot. But the game is short, and just keep that in mind as you're spending your $20, because this is a $20 game. It is not really expensive either, so I feel like this is worth the money for $20, but just keep that in mind. That is a short game, so with $20, maybe some games on sale right now or something, so I don't know, 50-50 there, depending on what you're looking to get and everything. So yeah, I will give this game an 8.5 out of 10. I really like this game a lot, and it maybe doesn't sound the way that I'm breaking some stuff, but I had a lot of fun with this game. I feel like I bought this game, I played through it, and I played through it again after I got. You do get a game plus, a new game plus, and I played it again because I just like that. I like that you can do that kind of stuff. This game has a lot of the same stuff that I like about Resident Evil. So if you're a Resident Evil fan and you like the old school style of Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, that's what I'm talking about, then this game definitely has the same formula. It has the same stuff and everything. So if you are a Resident Evil fan and you like the old Resident Evils, this is definitely the game for you. You should definitely pick this up day one. Today, pick it up because this is a good game. Just keep that in mind. Just like the old Resident Evil game, this one is also a little bit short. Just like Resident Evil 2, which is also like a 3-4 hour game, really. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this review here. I feel like this is a good game. I really like it here. And if you're new, please do consider liking and subscribing. I am new on YouTube here, and I want to just kind of grow here in my YouTube channel and everything. Thanks so much for watching this again, and I'll see you next time.